Hi everyone, so for today's video I had a comment on my last video, what did I call it? The casually glam dinner makeup look, I think that's what I called it, the get ready with me. One of my subscribers actually commented and she said that she wanted to see a hot summer look, I think that's what she called it. So this might be like dumb on my part, but I didn't know if she meant like sultry hot or hot weather because I live in Miami, so maybe she wanted like tips for hot weather makeup. But either way, I'm kind of combining both ideas into one. So whether she meant sultry makeup or she meant hot weather makeup, I've got you. So it's gonna be mainly drugstore. There's only gonna be a couple things that aren't drugstore, or some things that I bought that are affordable now because I got them at like discount stores like TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Nordstrom Rack type of thing. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to make it as drugstore as possible. If I don't have a drugstore alternative in this video, I'll try to link them down below, or I'll mention it during the video while I'm using it. If I don't use it right now, it's because either I don't have it, like I don't actually have the product, I might have run out of it, or I haven't found that I like, or who knows. But point is, I'm gonna try to use as much drugstore as possible, and this is gonna be a heat-proof, sultry, going out makeup look. So thank you, Lisa, for commenting and requesting this video. And yeah, I know I look crazy right now. I'm really red, my rosacea's kind of flaring up. Not fun. It's probably the heat, but whatever. My hair, I have to put dry shampoo in it, but whatever. It's life. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna put my hair up. I'm just wearing an oversized, like, baggy concert tee because I love this t-shirt, but I don't want to mess up like my going out clothes. So I normally, whenever I get ready and I do my makeup first before I actually get dressed, I try to put on a shirt that, not that I don't care about, but that will be easy to get out of. And this one, even though it has a really tight neck, I can pull on it and it won't affect my makeup, like it won't damage it. And this one, because it is like concert tees tend to be a lot thicker, so if something goes on it, it's really easy to wash out, and I could just use a Tide to Go pen or something like that, and it'll really be really easy to get out. So, as most of you know, I'm obsessed with eye primer. Like, I won't put on eyeshadow without it, and my favorite one is from Decay. This one I actually saw at Nordstrom Rack the other day, so maybe you guys can find this like for cheaper at Nordstrom Rack. Sometimes they have like the old packaging of it, but if not, I haven't been able to find like a perfect like alternative to this one at the drugstore. I used to really like the Milani one, but I haven't used it in years, so I can't really like vouch for it. But if you're a beginner, get the e.l.f. one. It's not the best, but like you're learning. It's $1 if you find out you like eye primer. Sometimes people want to try makeup and they don't know if they're gonna like it or not. You never know. Just pay, it's like $1. If you like makeup, then invest in like one of these. This lasts you like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So I recommend doing that. But if you're just starting out, the e.l.f. one is great for beginners. If you want from the drugstore, I can't tell you if they've changed the formula. I don't have it anymore. Maybe I should go get that. But the Milani one I remember being really good. But that's the only one from the drugstore I've ever found that I've liked. I think CoverGirl just came out with a new one that I kind of want to try. But yeah, the only eye primer that I know I like from the drugstore is the, what can I say it? The Milani one. I've tried the Wet n Wild one, didn't like that one. That one made my eyelids really oily. I have pretty oily eyelids, so makeup tends to crease on me. This is the only one that doesn't. Even the original primer potion creases on me. The only one that doesn't is the anti-aging one, which is weird because I think that one has like more moisturizing properties. But yeah, I've tried the Maybelline one too, and that one made my eyelids so oily so quickly. It was not pleasant. So not the biggest fan of that, but yeah. Oh, and I'm looking at like my makeup down below the camera, and I just got these in the mail. Someone tagged me in a picture. I don't remember their name, and I'm really sorry for that. But on Instagram, someone tagged me in a picture saying like, oh, we want you to try these out. I don't know who, I'm so sorry, but these are the Lilly Lashes Dorothy Wang Day to Night collection. I've never tried Lilly Lashes before. I've always wanted to try them. The Miami ones, which I kind of want to try this, that's where I'm from, so why not? But those are kind of dramatic, so I thought, why not try the duo? It's like a limited edition one. It was kind of pricey. I think it was like $49 for 2 lashes, but I think you can use each one like 30 times or something like that. And that's like what they recommend, but I'm sure if you take care of them, which I will, you can use them for more. So that's why I understand it's an investment. So I thought, let's get the duo. If I like it, I'll invest in other styles, but try these first. So for today's look, I haven't decided whether I'm gonna go with the day or the night ones, but they look really pretty. They're very, very, very intense. Sorry, the light's blinding you. They're very intense, but they're really pretty. So that's like one of the only not drugstore things. My eyes are gonna be primarily drugstore except for this. Everything on my face might not be, but my eyes are primarily, other than this, are gonna be drugstore. But you can buy like Ardell or Kiss lashes or what's the other one? There's Kiss, Ardell, Eyelure, that's the other one. Lashes at the drugstore, and those are really good too. So that's what I normally use. I've never bought, or I've tried velour ones once, and I did not like those at all. They were impossible to apply. They looked very fake and not like in a glam way. Didn't look good, but that was my own fault. I bought probably a bad pair, but whatever, beside the point. You can use an alternative for eyelashes if you want to. Or if you don't like eyelashes, don't even bother. It's kind of a struggle sometimes. But anyways, for the eyeshadow palette, I think I'm gonna go in with a mixture, but the first one I'm gonna go in with is the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. I really like this, and I normally do not like Maybelline eyeshadows. There are a couple singles that I like, but other than that, I really don't like them. Like all of the nudes palettes and all, hate them. Like I really, really, really don't like them. But this one I actually really, really like. So I'm going on this like cranberry yellow. I'm thinking of pulling like the orangey shade from the Wet n Wild, what is it called? Not a Basic Peach palette that I reviewed a couple videos back. Yeah, so I might pull a couple of those in, but I'm really going for like a sunset smoky look. So first I'm going to take the shade Sunnies, which is this white shade, and I'm just going to set the primer with that. I'm just taking it on a Morphe fluffy brush. This one came in a set, so it doesn't have a number. This one does smell a little bit like lemonade. Maybe it's in my imagination. I don't know if it smells like powdered lemonade. I don't know if that's supposed to happen, or maybe I'm just imagining it, but it doesn't smell bad. I'm really into this whole like scented makeup thing. Really like it. Reminds me of my childhood, which is a lot of fun because it's like actual good pigmented child's makeup, and child's makeup is obviously a lot of fun because it's like youthful and cute, but actually practical and not a waste of money. You know what I mean? I like to really pack on the white because I find that it brightens up the eye, and I need a lot less brow bone highlight. Why can't I speak? I'm gonna go in with Sweet Tea, which is this shade right here, on another Morphe brush. This one came in, I think, the same set, so I don't know what I don't know if I'm gonna go for a halo eye or just like a normal blown out effect, but either way, I always do this. I always apply a medium matte brown to the transition just to make blending a lot easier. Sometimes normally I go a lot lighter than this on my transition shade, but I kind of went a bit heavy because I forgot how pigmented these were, because normally maybe Maybelline shadows, not this pigmented, but they did a really good job on this one. And I just saw at Ulta the other day that they're coming out with a soda pop one, and if it's as good as this one, I'm buying it. I don't remember how much this one was, but honestly it's worth it because they're pretty practical shades if you like those pinky tones. But if you don't, and you just want like a more colorful palette, as like your going out palette, this one's really good too because it's not as expensive as, let's say, a Too Faced one, which I really recommend, but I understand those can be kind of pricey. So you can go with Morphe, of course, but which I think those are $23, I want to say, other than the Jaclyn Hill palette, which I want to say is like $38 or something like that. So worth it. But for the drugstore, if you don't want to spend too much money on like a more colorful palette, this is a really good option. I really take my time on the blending because this step, even though you can't really see it at the end, it will make blending so much easier. So I really like to take my time and blend everything out. Okay, so you practically can't see it, but that's what I wanted. So now I think I'm gonna take a smaller brush. I'm gonna take this one that I got from Amazon. I'm gonna take the shade Lemonade Craze, which is the yellow shade. And I used to be afraid of yellow, but I really like it in this one. And I'm just gonna really lightly blend that in. Like I said, barely gonna be noticeable, but that's what I'm going for. I like to slowly build up the color rather than just applying it and having to blend it away. And if later on I want more yellow, I'll just add more yellow, but I don't want yellow to be like the main color. I kind of want it to be orange and the pink, or the cranberry rather. Oh, and I didn't even, if you don't want to pay though, however much this is, these are really good too, and these I think are $4.99, so really good option. Okay, so now with that same brush, I'm going to go into the Wet n Wild palette, into this orangey shade or peachy shade, very lightly because these are pretty pigmented. Just going to blend that into the outer corner and into the direct crease. I'm not going to pull it up as much as I had with those other two. So I'm kind of blending it into the lid a little bit, and then I'm blending it into the direct crease, but I'm not pulling it up, if that makes any sense. Whatever is left though, I do kind of pull it up a little bit, but very, 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 very slightly. Like it's mainly in the crease and the lid. Like so. Guess that's probably as good as it's gonna get. So really random, but forgot I want to put lip balm on. This is my Kiehl's lip balm #1 in the cranberry scent. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with this Morphe brush. It's like a smaller tapered blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Ice Pop, which is the cranberry shade in the palette. Very lightly tap off the excess. What did I say like that? Excess. And I'm just gonna apply that to the outer corner of both eyes, and then I'm gonna blend. But I just wanna make sure that the same amount is applied before I start blending. Okay, now with the brush that I used before, I'm just gonna blend that out. Can't decide if I want a halo eye or not. Nah, that's not. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Geek Outer V brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Old Fashioned, like the brush says, apply that to the outer V. But really close to the lash line because I do want that pink to stand out. And this brown is has like a pink undertone to it, which I really like. So again, very lightly because I don't want to cover up the pink yet. So with this Bobbi Brown eyeshadow brush, I'm gonna take the shade Sugar Coated, which is this like bronzy, coppery, rose gold color. I'm fantastic with shade names, or with color names. Normally I am, so I don't know why I'm off today. I'm typically really good at describing color names, or colors. Oh, okay. Can't tell if the camera's picking up how intense that is. Yep, that never happened with the other Maybelline palettes. Yeah, I'm for sure gonna have to go back in with that pink, but that's okay. Hoo hoo hoo, that's so pretty. If there's any more. Wow, that one dip did both eyes. That's so pretty. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go back in with the Ice Pop shade, the same Morphe brush, tap off the excess. Remember when pink became like a thing for the eyes? Or it was always a thing, but I used to love light pink, like champagne, light icy pink. It was like my thing when I was in middle school. When I wasn't allowed to wear makeup, I'd only wear it at home. Or even like my freshman year of high school. It was like my thing. I wouldn't wear mascara. Maybe I should do how I did my makeup in high school. Because even though I just graduated 2 years ago, I'll do it like a couple of years ago. Like when I first started wearing makeup. It was pretty bad. But yeah, maybe I should do that. Should I do that? Let me know in the comments below. That's actually really funny. But yeah, then I remember if I got good grades one year, so it was my freshman year. If I got good grades, my mom bought me the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette because I begged for it. I begged. I was like, please, I'll do anything. And she was like, fine, get straight A's. So she bought it and she had it hanging in her closet. So every time I was in there, I would see it and I couldn't touch it. If I really needed the motivation, I could pull it out of the bag, but I couldn't open it. And oh, I got all straight A's. I did really, really well. I remember showing her the report card and being like, look, I did it. And she was like, okay. She walked to her closet and handed it to me, and I swear I squealed like a pig. Like it was like, ah! And I ran to my room and I come out with like pink and smoky eyeshadow everywhere. And my older brother looks at me and goes, you look like you just got beat up. What did you do? Don't do it again. And I was like, but I like it. No, I've been scared to use that palette. Like I used it for my homecoming one year and my prom one year. But I'm scared every time I use it because that's how traumatic it was. Because I'm terrified of using pink eyeshadow because of that moment. But I think the Urban Decay Naked 3 really brought out the rosy pinks. And not like the champagne-y ones, I mean like the brighter, that type of pink. And I've always wanted to play around with it because I love it, but I'm scared of it. Because I don't want to look like I have a pink eye or like I got beat up. Because both can happen pretty easily. But I've learned that you just have to be really careful, and then it's not scary if you just take your time and blend and build up. And just learn what looks best on you. Like what I did to learn that was that before I would go to bed, despite being exhausted from cheer practice and my full day of school, because what I would do is I would wake up at like 3 a.m. to do my homework. And just go throughout the day because I would be so exhausted at the end of the day that I couldn't do homework because it was just a long day. So before I went to bed, when I got home from cheer practice, I was all sweaty and gross. I would wash my face, sit down, practice makeup while I'm eating dinner. And that's how I would learn. And I guess no one saw my mistakes, but I still made them because you have to make them, you have to learn. But with the trial and error process and I learned how to do my own makeup, and I learned what I like for my face and my skin and my style. And then I would take a shower and go to sleep. And I did that every single day, all throughout high school. I still do it to this day. Almost every night I just sit at my desk and I do makeup for as much as I possibly can right before I go to sleep. And it's kind of like therapeutic for me. Like it really does calm me down and it's like zen for me. And I love it. I recommend that to everyone if you're scared to try makeup, if you want to play with makeup, if you just want your you time before you go to sleep. Set aside like 30 minutes and just play around. Like it's so much fun, or at least for me, I recommend it. You get to be really creative, and I don't know, nighttime for me is always my creative time, so yeah. Complete off topic, but that's how I learned how to use pink, the colorful eyeshadow. I was too scared to do it during the day. Obviously I don't want to look ridiculous. Oh, now I'm going with the dark brown from the Wet n Wild palette because the Maybelline one wasn't dark enough for my liking. Okay, I'm content with that right now. Maybe I want to make it a little bit brighter towards the end, but for right now, I'm happy with it. So now, I think I'm gonna do eyeliner. Yeah, because I'm gonna do false lashes, so I have to do eyeliner. So I don't know if I'm gonna do gel liner or if I'm gonna do liquid liner. Or maybe pencil, that would be really good too. Or maybe both. I'm not a decisive person. I think I'm gonna do, first I'm gonna do pencil and smudge it out, and then I'll decide which one of these two I wanna use. Which, by the way, the ones I'm deciding between it are the Physicians Formula Eye Booster in the shade Ultra Black. I like this one because apparently it makes your lashes grow. I haven't been using it consistently enough, if that makes any sense, to see any results, but I'm gonna try it anyways. And then my all-time favorite gel liner, it's the only one I use, or I like the Bobbi Brown one too, but this is like my favorite, and the Morphe one, but this is like my favorite for like waterproof. Best one, like this is like the most intense, like will not come off unless you use like an insane type of makeup remover, is the Inglot Amc Eyeliner Gel in the shade 77. This is the most black, like insanely pigmented eyeliner I've ever used in my life. I use this in my waterline and my tight line. Sometimes I just do it in my tight line. It won't transfer and it does not budge. It's incredible. I'll do that today too, just because I'm gonna do tight line anyways, but it's insane. I don't even think it's that expensive, in all honesty. This is the Morphe eyeliner. I don't remember what the shade is, but it's the black one. I like the Morphe gel eyeliner. Those are really good too. I don't know if those are waterproof or not. This one isn't. This is the pencil one, but this is really, really good. It's just not as waterproof as this, so I can't tell you this is like perfectly heat proof, but if you set it with a powder, then it should be fine. So really, really messily, let's get a mirror so that I don't get out of frame. Okay, so really messily, I'm just gonna line my upper lash line, and then I don't know why I can't think right now. And then I'm gonna take the same, from the same brand as the one that I used the fluffy brush from, the Amazon brushes. I'm gonna take a angled liner brush, and then I'm gonna smudge it out. What I can say is incredible about these eyeliners is that they're super pigmented and they're really affordable. I think it's like $3 for these. Or I don't know if they've upped the price, but when I bought them, they were like $3. And I love them. So I'm not going all the way in, I'm just going about 3/4 of the way in. And I'm gonna take the brush and I'm just going to smudge back and forth and kind of up. So first back and forth, and then I go up. To get that smoky, smudgy look. Like so. See, it's a subtle difference, but it's a really, really pretty one, in my opinion. I'm gonna repeat that to the other eye. Okay, so that's what it looks like thus far. There's a lot of palettes where they don't look as even as they should, or as they are, but there isn't a lot of fallout, but there is like some. So once that gets cleaned up, it'll be fine. So now I'm gonna take the Inglot liner and I'm gonna tightline, and then I'll decide whether or not I'm gonna put it on my lash line or not. The only reason I would do it is for the eyelashes. Okay, I can't do this, but I'm just gonna tightline. Okay, so normally I do not go this dark, but so this is what it looks like with eyeliner, without, and that's just barely one dip. Like I touched it and that did my whole eye, and it's probably gonna be enough to do the second eye. Okay, so now, even though that is set, like it's not gonna go anywhere, I'm just OCD, and I'm gonna set it a little bit more with the dark brown that's in the Wet n Wild palette. I like that a lot. So I'm just gonna, look at that, that's excess. Like that is so black, and it's still going. And that's barely touching it. Like, what? That stuff is insane. It's so good. I think it's like $17 or something like that. And honestly, I've had that pot for almost a year now, and I've barely like made a dent, and I used to use this all the time. Love it. I want to get a dark brown one and like maybe a bronzy one. I think those would be really good. Maybe a champagne one, that way I can, for like, I want to get a couple different colors. I got mine from Beautylish. I love Beautylish. I love how you can do payment installments. So if I don't have like all the money at once, I can do like 3 payments of however much. I've ordered from them a couple times and I really like it. Okay. So now I'm just gonna quickly use the Physicians Formula liquid liner, and I'm gonna really lightly line the upper lash line. Just because even though there is that tight line, I want to take that's what I get for talking while doing a liquid liner. I'm gonna take all precautions and avoid having that demarcation line, the line between the actual lashes and the false lashes. I want them all to blend. Even though liquid liner typically does not look natural at all, it'll make the fake lashes look more natural. Perfect. I used to think that I liked felt tip, but I like brush tip way more, for liquid liner. I used to think like brush tip would be like flimsy. No, works so much better in my opinion. Why is this one smokier? I don't understand. Oh, well, if I sit here and I'll just be here all day, so. And then we're good. Okay. So now I'm gonna move on to my face because I don't want powder and all that stuff to get into my lashes. So, start with the face. What am I gonna use for foundation? Because it's summertime, I'm gonna use my holy grail. I use this year round, but I highly recommend, I don't think I can recommend this enough for especially summertime if you don't wear sunscreen because it's so hot and the sun is so bad for you. This is incredible. It's full coverage, but you can make it light to full. Depends on how you apply it and how many layers you apply it. I think I've only not used this in like 2 or 3 videos out of all of the ones that I've posted because that's how much I love this. This is like my 12th tube of this. I'm obsessed. I've gotten everyone that I know obsessed with it. So good. This is the Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. I don't like the illumination one. It made me look really bad, like a bad disco ball. But this stuff, I've been using it for years. I've used this for prom, homecoming, graduation, you name it. This is the stuff I use. It does not break me out, and it has SPF 50. Does not have flashback. Can't say enough good things about it. And now I'm obsessed with the powder too. I'm just gonna blend that in with my Real Techniques sponge. Normally I like applying with a brush. I find that I get more coverage that way. But because it's so hot out, I don't want to like have it like caked on, even though this doesn't feel thick or cakey at all. I don't want to get oily and then have it break up, which it won't do, but just in case. Especially since I'm going to set it with powder, it's not going to do that because it never has. Like I said, I've worn it for events that are outside and worn it for hours, like hours, and it looks brand new. Like this can probably be worn for like 24 hours and be fine. Which, by the way, have you guys seen the Nikki Tutorials 24-hour video? Oh, I want to buy that foundation just because she used it and she did that. But yeah, this stuff is like insane. See how it covered so well? And you would have gotten even better coverage if you had used a brush, but I want it to be kind of natural. I don't want to say not cakey because this stuff never looks cakey like ever, but I don't want to have so much on my face. I also don't, other than my rosacea, I don't have that much to cover right now, thank God. But if I did, I would be putting on more. And if I were using a different powder, I would probably put on more, but this stuff is full coverage too, so I don't really need too much right now. Okay, done. Have SPF 50, full coverage, feels great. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer. I'm gonna go in with my favorite Glossier stretch concealer in the shade medium. I'm almost out of this. I have a backup right in my drawer too. Apply it under the eyes really lightly. and then any blemishes that I might have. Okay, content with that. Now, I don't want to bake, but I do want to set my under eye a little bit with some translucent powder as opposed to this stuff, because even though I normally do this stuff every day, I kind of want this to be a little bit brighter, so I'm going to use my Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, and then I'm going to go in with the cosmetics just to kind of make it more normal and not too fake. But I love this powder so much. And from what I know, this doesn't have flashback, or at least I've never gotten flashback with it, so that's fantastic. Put a little bit around my nose too, and like the crevice of my nose, so it doesn't crack, because I can't stand that. I also can't stand when people like miss the crevice of their nose. Like sometimes there's like that line right here that they don't blend in there. Part of your face, you have to put it there too. Makeup pet peeves. What are your guys' makeup pet peeves? I have a bunch of them. There's obviously like the one that doesn't match. I feel like I've done that. I feel like everyone's done that actually, but it turns out I'm just gonna use this all over my face, and then I'll just go again with the cosmetics. But yeah, I think everyone's done that. Just trial and error, finding products that work well for you and your skin and skin color. But if you notice it, fix it, or at least try to avoid it. I don't understand why people don't try to fix it. Okay, so now this is not like drugstore, but I did get it at Nordstrom Rack for $9.97, and I used to love this stuff, and I'm running out of my Tarte Hamptons Weekender bronzer, so I used to love this, and I ran out of it, and I haven't gone back to it because I don't want to spend the money on it, but I don't want to spend the $23 on the palette when I have the blush and the highlighter haven't even been close to hitting pan, because they're so pigmented that I don't need it as much. And even though the bronzer is pigmented, I use way more of it. Like I use it all over my face and down my neck, and sometimes on my chest, as opposed to the blush where I just go here, here, and the highlight just here, here, and down the nose. Like, you know what I mean? I use way more of it. So I saw this at Nordstrom Rack, and I also saw this one, and I might put a little bit of this one on, but this used to be my favorite bronzer. Like I used this all throughout high school. It smells so good. This was like my all-time favorite. I just didn't want to invest in it, so when I saw it for $9.97 instead of $30, I was like, I have to have it. So yeah, this is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer from Too Faced. I used, even though I'm very fair, the medium deep one is fine for me if I use a very light hand. And I always start at the back of my cheek because it is dark, and then I kind of blend up into my temple, and then I blend down. So I have most of the pigment back here, which is what I wanted, into my temple, which is then like the second most in my temple, and then I blend down. And I did this all throughout high school. I love this stuff. I was gonna return one of them, but honestly I like both of them, so struggle. I honestly wanted to buy all of them, but I didn't have the money, so. Make sure you bronze down the neck too, because you don't want getting a different colored face in your neck. And if you're wearing something that shows your shoulders and your face is darker, bronze the shoulder, or the chest too, and the shoulders. Okay, I like that a lot. Now, because I'm extra, I'm gonna go in with the Sun Bunny one, which again was $9.97 as opposed to $30. So this one's a bit shimmery. It doesn't come off as like shimmery on the face as it does in the pan, but it's perfect for honestly year round, but summertime, because it'll just give you that glow. I don't know where that glow came from, but yay. Just makes you look like you just got back from a beach vacation and a bronze goddess, and I love it. So I was really messy with that one, but that's kind of what I wanted. Okay, now using that same brush, I just got this, and I used to be the biggest fan of these, when I was in London, I bought a bunch of them, and I never got this specific one, but I saw this at Ulta and I was like, I really want to try it. It should be like this type of look, like a monochromatic, like orangey, coral kind of look. These are the sleek blushes. I don't know how many of the singles and I don't know how many of the trios that I bought when I was in London. And back then they only sold them in like the UK, and now they brought them to the US, and I'm obsessed with sleek, and I'm really happy that they brought them back. But I never got this one because they were sold out when I was in London. I didn't want to pay for like the international shipping, so when I saw this I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. So this might look intimidating, but honestly, if you have fair skin or deep skin, this honestly looks so good. Who am I kidding? This looks so good on everyone, and people are probably super intimidated by all these shades because they're so bright, but I promise you they are not as intimidating as they look. You just have to use a very, 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 very light hand and it'll look so pretty. So I'm pretty fair. I'm like light fair, but this always looks good. So this is my first time. I've never tried this specific one, but I've tried shades like this and they've always looked good. So I'm excited to try this one, but don't be afraid of it. Like the pink eyeshadow, like colorful eyeshadow. Don't be afraid of it. Use a light hand, build up, just try it. If anything, you can't return it. So I'm gonna first start off with this one, which is the lightest one, and then maybe I'll go into this one, and then like the middle one, and then maybe I'll go into this one. We're probably gonna use all three, but we'll see. So with that same brush, I'm gonna touch it once. These are pigmented. I'm gonna slowly build up. That's how you can avoid any disasters. Okay, so that's already like a rosy flush. In person it looks way more pigmented than it's on camera, but I want a little bit more, and you can use these as eyeshadows as well. So I'm scared and I don't know why. I'm just telling you guys to try it and I'm scared to try it, so we're just gonna do it. I'm gonna touch the pan once, twice. Okay, that's pigmented. I'm gonna blend a little bit. Like, it looks really pretty, but I'm gonna blend a little bit with the powder brush. And there we go. See how pretty that looks? So 1, 2, tap off any of the excess. Like, I know it can be intimidating, but just give it a chance, you know? Okay, now I'm gonna blend it again. And I want to say this color is perfect for summer, but it's also perfect for fall and winter. What just happened? For fall, and honestly winter too, because it can give you that, like, I just was in the snow. And now, just to experiment, I'm gonna try a bit, rub off any excess on the back of my hand. I'm gonna try a bit, like a touch of the shimmery one. Who knew that would be the most pigmented? Not me. So now, time for the highlight. Let's figure out what I'm gonna use. This technically isn't drugstore, but I did get this at Nordstrom Rack. This is the Ofra Rodeo Dry Highlighter. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this. I'm actually gonna use that same brush from before, the one that I used for setting the eye primer. Barely touch it. So pretty. Okay, so now I'm just gonna apply mascara really quick. So I can put the false lashes on after. But normally I would go in with waterproof for summertime, like long wear. This is the Lancome Monsieur Big Waterproof Mascara. I have used this, I just kept it in the box. But for today I'm not gonna use waterproof. Okay, so now I actually have to go get scissors because I have to see if have to trim these, so let's open these up. Normally now I'd be doing my brows, but we're gonna see if I have to trim these. And the box is really pretty. Okay, so it has magnetic closure. You open it, and there are the lashes. I think I'm gonna go with the more natural ones. Or let's try the nighttime ones, and then we'll see what side is this. So the nighttime ones, the side does matter which side you pick it from, but the daytime ones, I'm pretty sure she said that they're the same, so. Oh! Those are quite intense, but I kind of like it. Okay, so I'm gonna go get scissors and I'll be right back. I'm back. I need to get a cute pair of scissors because I only have my kitchen scissors. Those aren't cute, so. It's too intense. Oh, those are big. I don't think I've ever worn lashes that insane. These are really glam. Like, am I the only one that, like, it pains me to trim lashes sometimes, like especially expensive ones like these, because like I can't go back. You know what I mean? It's like once you messed up, you messed up. So I'm just gonna bend the lash around my finger while I open the lash glue and try to find my lash applicator. I'm just gonna use my Duo lash glue. Let that dry for a couple seconds. While these are easy to apply, I'm gonna keep my eye closed for a couple seconds as I wait for them to dry before I apply the other lash, because honestly I don't want to mess it up. These are so dramatic. I'm not used to it, but I really like it, especially on camera. Like in person it's a lot, like a lot, but on camera it looks really good. Like I feel like but I like it. It's not what I normally go for, but I like it a lot. Can I say that enough times? So I'm gonna comb out whatever foundation or powder or whatever's in my brows. Or actually I'm just gonna take a wipe, wrap it around my finger, and very, 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 very lightly kind of wipe out any of the product that might have gone in there. So now, normally I would just use a brow gel, but today I'm gonna use an eyeshadow. Because why not? I'm gonna use a different Wang palette. I was gonna use the same brown that I used in my outer corner on my brows, but I'm scared that's gonna be a bit too dark, so I'm gonna first go in with the Rosé in the Air palette. I'm gonna use a mixture of the transition shade and this dark brown shade, and then if I need a little bit darker, I will go in with the other one. So I'm just gonna And now, last but not least, I'm gonna do my lips. And I don't know if this color's gonna go. Yeah, it'll be fine. This is the Maybelline matte ink, the Superstay matte ink liquid lip in the shade Amazonian. One of my friends got me into this and I'm obsessed with it. And it lasts forever, like it'll last through basically anything. So for a hot summer day, it's great. I'm just gonna line my lips really quickly with my favorite Morphe Makeup Talk lip liner, and then I'm gonna fill in my lips. They also smell really good. That is my summer hot weather hot look for going out. Let's put my hair down. My hair's gross right now. To put dry shampoo in it, I know. Okay, so I like all the Dove dry shampoos. This one is the volume and fullness one. Ugh. They all smell really good and they all work really well. And Batiste, the thing is with Batiste is that it can leave my hair really white, and I don't like the tinted ones because they'll stain my fingers and it's just a pain. So when I use that and my hair's really oily, I have to use it at night. And this one I can use in the day, because even though this one can be white, it soaks up pretty quickly and it's not as white. And these smell really fresh and clean. Basically just put that everywhere. And I'm not a hairstylist, so I don't really know what I'm doing with my hair, but dry shampoo, Love it. Just makes like the biggest difference. There we go. It's kind of messy and tousled. There we go. What do you guys think? And this lip product, this lipstick, the liquid lips. Ugh, why can't I speak? The liquid lipstick is kiss proof. It's drink proof. It's everything proof. Once it's dry, I don't think it's dry right now. Yeah, it's not dry yet. But once it's dry, it stays on. Like, yeah, it's not dry yet. But once it is, it's not budging. As you can see, like it's dry in the center. It's just the outside isn't dry yet, which in part's probably from my lip liner, but oh well. So this is the summer makeup look. What do you guys think? Thank you, Lisa, so much for requesting this video. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I really like these lashes, even though they're very intense. I really like them, and for going out, they're really nice. And they meshed really well with my natural lashes, which I really appreciate, because some lashes, they can look fake and it takes a little bit of work, but these look really, really good. So yeah, thank you so much. If you guys like this video, please remember to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel and to ring the notification bell. That way you guys get notifications whenever I post future videos. And leave a comment down below what future videos you would like for me to make and what you guys want to see. And do you guys like this look? Do you guys like any of these products? Would you change anything? Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. And follow me on social media. I'll put a card either up here, somewhere. And yeah, I always have the links down below too. I couldn't think what to say. Yeah, I have the links down below as always, and this is the look. Thank you so much for watching, and again, thank you to Lisa for recommending this video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!